Did you know that babies can start communicating long before they can talk? Research shows that by 6 months, babies can understand simple words and even begin using gestures to express their needs. But here's the surprising part. Babies who learn sign language can start speaking up to 4 months earlier than babies who don't. That means less crying, fewer tantrums, and a clearer way for your baby to tell you what they want. In this video, we'll teach you how to use sign language to help your baby express themselves without the frustration. We'll share easy strategies, surprising facts, and tips on how baby sign language can boost your baby's brain development. If you're ready to make parenting easier and connect with your little one in a new way, keep watching. You'll learn how to start signing today and watch your baby communicate like never before. Chapter 1. The power of silent communication. Have you ever felt frustrated when your baby cries but you just can't figure out what they want? You're not alone. This is where baby sign language can work wonders. Babies have a lot to say, but they can't always use words to express themselves. That's where sign language steps in. By teaching simple signs before they can talk, you can reduce those moments of confusion and frustration. In fact, research shows that babies who learn sign language early tend to feel less frustrated and communicate more effectively with their parents. It's not just about words, it's about understanding. Babies start picking up on signs as early as 6 months old. Studies have shown that babies who are taught sign language often learn to speak earlier than babies who aren't. According to Dr. Joseph Garcia, a leading expert in baby sign language, the earlier babies have the tools to communicate, the less they feel isolated. And let's face it, who wouldn't want a less frustrated baby and a more connected bond? Simple signs, like milk or more, can change the entire dynamic of your relationship with your baby. By adding a sign every day, you build a repertoire that will make life a whole lot easier. But here's the kicker. Babies are able to understand signs long before they can physically make them. So, even if your baby can't form the signs yet, they're still soaking in the meaning. Plus, signing encourages babies to use their hands in a meaningful way. This can support their fine motor skills, which are crucial for other developmental stages. Signing also helps babies with cognitive development, aiding in memory retention and problem-solving skills. So not only are you communicating better, you're helping their brain grow, too. Chapter 2. Cracking the code. Baby's first sign. Alright, let's get into the fun stuff, actual signs. Teaching your baby a few simple signs can be incredibly rewarding. Start with the basics, like milk, more, eat, and all done. These are all signs that babies can start using around 6 months. The key is repetition. If you say, milk, and show the sign at feeding time, your baby will soon recognize the connection. Over time, they'll start to make the sign themselves, which is exciting for both of you. Here's a cool fact. Research shows that when babies are taught to sign, they can start communicating before they can speak clearly. Studies have found that babies who use sign language often start speaking 3-4 months earlier than babies who haven't learned signs. Imagine how much frustration you can avoid by letting your baby express their needs before they can say their first word. It's not just about convenience, though. Teaching baby sign language opens up an entirely new world for your child. Instead of feeling helpless when they can't get their point across, they can use their hands to show you what they want. It's like giving them the keys to a secret code. And the more signs you introduce, the more capable your baby feels. Now, let's talk about making it stick. Repetition is key, but make it fun. Turn learning signs into a game. Use songs, play peekaboo with your baby, or do it during activities like mealtimes or diaper changes. The idea is to integrate signing into their everyday routine. This creates an environment where the signs become second nature. Plus, it's a wonderful bonding experience for both you and your baby. Chapter 3. Why speaking isn't the only superpower your baby needs. While most parents eagerly await their baby's first word, speaking is only one form of communication. What many don't realize is that a baby's ability to sign before they talk is a huge advantage. For example, babies who use sign language can express needs like hungry, tired, or more, long before they can speak these words aloud. This reduces frustration for both the baby and the parents, making the whole experience smoother. And here's the twist. Research has shown that babies who use signs tend to develop verbal skills faster. A study from the University of California found that babies who learned sign language often had a larger vocabulary by the time they reached 2 years old. It's like learning 2 languages at once, one in gestures and one in speech. But signing isn't just about reducing tantrums or helping your baby talk sooner. It's a bridge to deeper learning. Baby sign language can help babies understand the world around them in a more structured way. It encourages them to pay attention to details, to match a gesture with an object or action, and to process that information more effectively. It's almost like a mental workout that sharpens their brain. There's also a fun side to it. Imagine your little one showing you the sign for more when they want another cookie. The excitement you both feel as they communicate their desire is a reward in itself. And the best part? It's totally natural for babies. You don't have to teach them to sign, milk, or eat in a forced way. It becomes an intuitive part of their growing communication toolkit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the rest of this valuable information. We'll cover easy and practical strategies to get your baby signing today. Chapter 4. The Science Behind Baby Signs. Unlocking your baby's brain. Let's take a moment to dive into the science of why baby sign language works so well. It's not just about cutting down on tantrums, it's about brain development. Studies show that babies who are taught sign language before they speak can experience faster cognitive development. According to a study published in Developmental Psychology, babies who use signs show increased brain activity in areas related to speech and memory. It's like you're giving their brain a head start. When babies start using their hands to communicate, it activates different parts of the brain than speaking does. This encourages neural growth and strengthens the connections between areas that process language. The more signs your baby learns, the more their brain works to make those connections stronger. In fact, babies who learn sign language have been found to have better visual memory skills, which will serve them well as they grow. Teaching your baby signs early can also improve their attention span. According to the Early Intervention Journal, babies who learn sign language tend to focus more during play and educational activities. This early focus can help with later skills, like reading and problem solving. It's like giving them an extra layer of understanding about the world before they can even speak. But it's not just about making the brain stronger. It's about giving your baby more ways to engage with you. Dr. Linda Acrodolo, co-author of Baby Signs, How to Talk with Your Baby Before Your Baby Can Talk, explains, by teaching your baby to sign, you're offering them a way to express their thoughts before they can form words. This means less frustration, more bonding, and a head start in their cognitive abilities. So, when you teach them to sign more at mealtime, you're not just teaching them a word, you're strengthening their brain. Chapter 5. The Secret to Consistency. Making signs stick. So you've decided to teach your baby sign language, but how do you make sure they actually start using it? The secret is consistency. Just like with any skill, repetition is key. But don't worry, it doesn't have to feel like work. You can integrate signs into everyday routines and make them a fun part of your day. Start by introducing just 1 or 2 signs at a time. Focus on the most useful ones, like eat, milk, or sleep, and use them during your regular activities. If you're feeding your baby, use the sign for more or all done. Repetition is crucial here. Each time you say the word and make the sign, your baby's brain connects the gesture with the meaning. Also, don't forget to say the word out loud when you make the sign. This way, you're reinforcing both visual and auditory learning. A study from the Journal of Early Childhood Education found that babies who were exposed to both sign language and spoken words were able to learn words faster than those who only heard spoken language. Another strategy is to add signs to things your baby already enjoys. For instance, if your baby loves playing with blocks, use signs like more or help while playing. This makes the learning experience feel natural, not forced. The key is to keep it light and fun. If your baby sees learning signs as a game, they're more likely to enjoy it and start using them themselves. If you're consistent, you'll soon see your baby use the signs. It's a magical moment when they communicate something with their hands before they can say it. This moment builds confidence and strengthens your bond with your baby. And, remember, be patient. It might take a few weeks or even months before they start using the signs themselves, but consistency will pay off. If you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more insights into raising a happy, well-connected baby. Chapter 6. From Signs to Speech. Transitioning to talking with confidence. One of the biggest myths about baby sign language is that it will delay your baby's speech. The truth is quite the opposite. Research shows that babies who are taught sign language actually start speaking earlier and with more confidence. In fact, a study from the University of California found that babies who used signs had a broader vocabulary and more advanced speech skills at 24 months compared to babies who hadn't learned signs. Baby sign language doesn't just give babies a way to express themselves before they can speak, it also lays the foundation for verbal communication. When babies use signs, they're still practicing communication. They're learning how to connect words with actions, how to structure their thoughts, and how to express their needs. All of this helps pave the way for clearer, more confident speech. As your baby begins to speak, you might notice they start dropping the signs in favor of words. This is completely normal and a sign that they're ready to transition to verbal language. But don't worry, they won't forget the signs. Even after they start talking, they may continue to use the signs as a backup if they're struggling with words. This offers them the confidence to keep communicating. One way to support the transition from signs to speech is to continue using the signs alongside the words. For example, when you say, milk, you can still sign it. This helps your baby reinforce the connection between the word and the gesture, while they practice saying the word aloud. As they grow, you can start to gradually phase out the signs. The best part? Babies who use signs before they talk often feel more confident in their communication skills. They've learned that they have a way to get their needs met, even before they can speak clearly. This confidence can reduce frustration and help them feel secure as they move into the next stage of verbal communication.